Hey everyone, today I'm diving into the movie Breach 2020. Buckle up and enjoy the recap. By 2024, Earth's population has skyrocketed to 19 billion. Humanity is teetering on the brink of extinction due to disease and famine, with protests erupting in major cities. To save the species, 42 shuttles packed with colonists are sent to a new star system called New Earth. The final shuttle, Hercules, is prepping for launch. A guy named Noah tries to sneak aboard with his pregnant girlfriend, Haley, but without a ticket, he's left behind. One of the guards, Lincoln, escorts Haley onto the ship, while the rest open fire on the ticketless crowd. Soon, the shuttle leaves Earth, dooming those left behind to certain death. Haley is heartbroken over being separated from Noah, but after a speech from her father, Admiral and Captain Kernan Adams, she spots Noah running toward her. He's led on board by her father's orders, and the happy couple reunites. Haley introduces Noah to the Admiral but doesn't mention she's pregnant with his child, saying Noah's just a good guy who helped her get on the ship. Soon, all passengers, captains, and part of the crew enter cryo sleep, leaving a few engineers, doctors, cleaners, and guards to watch over the ship. Since Noah's stuck with the glamorous job of cleaning toilets, he stays awake. He says goodbye to Haley before she drifts into cryo sleep, and they daydream about their happy life 6 months from now when Hercules reaches New Earth. The awake crew members take their posts, and the ship preps for a quantum jump. Noah snags a front row seat, only to be kicked out by the eccentric Clay. After the countdown, the ship hits hyperspeed and zips to another part of the galaxy in an instant. Due to quantum time dilation, about 30 years pass on old Earth, and Noah sadly notes that everyone there is probably gone by now. The crew heads to eat, unaware that during the jump, someone in a hooded cloak released an unknown creature from a capsule. Some guards catch a stowaway on board and rough him up with a stun gun. After that, Stanley, temporarily in charge, loudly declares that while Admiral Kernan is in cryo sleep, he's the boss for the next 6 months. The crew then scatters to their quarters. Noah finds out he's sharing a room with Clay, who makes it clear he's not thrilled about bunking with a toilet cleaner. Later, sitting by Haley's cryopod, Noah chats about random stuff until Clay pops up as a hologram, ordering him back to work. For the next 86 days, the cleaners have it rough, scrubbing the ship day in and day out while the rest of the crew just plays cards and chills. But no one notices that something's been watching them the whole time. One day, Noah spots Clay and another guy hauling a fuel canister somewhere. Soon after, the security system alerts about an attempted breach in the reactor bay. Stanley goes to check it out, startled by a loud noise from the ceiling, but nothing happens afterward. Worried, he asks Noah if he's seen anything suspicious, but the cleaner stays quiet. Stanley warns that plenty of people were against this mission, and some might try to sabotage the ship. Meanwhile, Shady's drinking in his quarters and doesn't notice a small creature crawling into his bottle, which he then swallows. Later, while smoking with another crew member, Blucher, Shady suddenly feels sick. Moments later, an alien creature bursts out of him. A brief, desperate scream from the second man echoes through the vents to Noah, but he brushes it off. Finishing his shift, Noah tries to reach his boss but gets no answer, so he goes looking. Seeing Clay mixing some sketchy concoction with a heavy-duty cleaner, Noah assumes it's a bomb and runs to warn the others. But a guy named Teak intercepts him in the corridor, and together with Clay, they cuff him. Then the crew makes Noah drink the mix, which turns out to be top-notch moonshine. They beg him not to snitch to Stanley, who'd throw them under the bus for this stunt. Later, the crew throws a lively party for head doctor Isabella Artega's birthday, where Noah shares his life story. Meanwhile, Artega goes looking for Blucher, hoping for some romance, only to find him in a horrific state. In the next moment, he grabs her and kills her. Soon after, Clay catches Noah trying to tweak his info in the ship's computer. Scared, Noah admits he's a stowaway who lied to stay close to Haley. Learning Noah got the Admiral's daughter pregnant, Clay cracks up laughing. But before they can decide what to do, Stanley calls an urgent crew meeting. Finding Shady's remains sends the team into a panic. Engineer Blucher and Artega are missing, so Stanley suspects Blucher of the gruesome crime. He sends the crew to search for them, and Clay tells Noah to stay sharp, though he doesn't fully believe Blucher's guilty. Step by step, they comb the ship. Clay finds Artega's body in the reactor bay, and soon after, Noah spots Blucher obsessively trying to access the Admiral's sealed section. Staying hidden, Noah brings the others. Armed, Stanley orders the engineer to surrender, but Blucher suddenly attacks Sui, ripping out his throat before Stanley shoots him down. The bodies are moved to the medical bay. The crew struggles to make sense of it all, wondering why Blucher's face looks like it was turned inside out. Dr. Susan Chambers stays with the body overnight, performing an autopsy. The rest head to their quarters, while Stanley and Teak review security footage. Seeing Shady's death, Stanley locks down the crew's quarters for safety, which ticks off Clay. Later, Susan shares shocking findings. Blucher's organs were eaten, and something was controlling him from the outside. His DNA changed, losing its carbon base, meaning he's no longer human. It seems he caught some kind of virus or parasite. Checking the crew roster, Susan finds Noah's not in the system and has fake documents. Thinking Noah brought the parasite, Stanley nearly shoots the stowaway, but Clay steps in to defend him. Susan shows everyone a freeze frame from Shady's death, clearly showing an alien creature. How it got on board unnoticed is a mystery. Maybe someone smuggled it. While they argue about waking the Admiral, the bodies of Blucher, Sui, and Ortega suddenly come back to life. Those with weapons open fire, but Sui kills Stanley. After dealing with the attackers, Clay takes charge and leads the survivors, Susan, Teak, and Noah, to the armory. On the way, the system alerts that all quarters have been unlocked, something only Stanley could have done, meaning he's now one of them. The undead attack the clueless crew, while Clay's team grills Noah, still thinking he's to blame. Clay defends him again. Suddenly, they hear a large crowd approaching and realize the entire crew, except them, is dead. Clay grabs a flamethrower and, with the team, fights their way to the security bay. Safe for now, Noah patches up Teak's wounds, while Susan suggests strategizing since it's still 84 days to New Earth. Teak loses hope, as neither bullets nor fire stop the undead, meaning they're all doomed. Out of nowhere, Noah spots a vent and realizes he can reach the Admiral through it. Clay guides him via hologram, and Noah crawls as quietly as possible. Racked with guilt, Teak suddenly confesses it's his fault. He thought the creature would kill everyone quickly, but was wrong. Clay unleashes his anger on him, while Noah finds the Admiral's pod and wakes him along with his team. First thing, Kernan learns from Teak that the creature is extraterrestrial. Teak smuggled it on board to kill all 300,000 people, believing humans are a parasite that must be eradicated to save New Earth. Armed to the teeth, the team, led by the Admiral, heads to the corridor where the undead are still trying to break into the security bay. A firefight erupts, but the zombies learn fast, dodging bullets and closing in. Blucher chases Noah into a storage room. Trying to defend himself, Noah accidentally douses him with the caustic cleaner, which dissolves Blucher's body. Noah runs back to the corridor, only to find Kernan's men dead, and the Admiral blowing himself up with the surrounding zombies. Clay, Susan, and Noah think it's over, but the scattered body parts start reassembling into a massive new monster. It heads straight for the reactor, using the Admiral's hand to gain access. Noah tells Clay about the cleaner, so they grab all the cleaner Clay had stashed for moonshine and upgrade their flamethrowers. Suddenly, the system warns of the ship accelerating. The time to New Earth is shrinking fast. The parasite is overclocking the reactor to reach the planet and wipe out the last 50 million people living there. The team heads into the corridor, torching every infected in their path, but there are too many. Clay tells Noah to find Haley and escape in a lifeboat. Noah does just that. He wakes Haley and arms her. They rejoin Clay and Susan, but the mutated monster attacks, killing Susan. Clay tells Noah to run while he tries to hold it off. Meanwhile, the ship hurtles toward New Earth, now just 13 days away. Noah helps Haley into a lifeboat, then heads to another section to launch it. The monster attacks him there, but Noah blasts it with the upgraded flamethrower until nothing's left but the parasite itself. Noah returns to Haley, and they escape the ship. Clay then overloads the reactor, blowing up the vessel. In the end, the couple lands on New Earth. In the fog, they spot a child who seems infected, and suddenly a colossal monster rises from the mist. Noah and Haley gear up to keep fighting, and that's where the movie ends. So, what's the deal with this film? It's not terrible if you view it as a light sci-fi comedy with a touch of philosophical depth. You know, the whole why someone sacrificed themselves to destroy humanity thing. The start was intriguing. I thought it'd be like Alien, But halfway through, it turned into nonsense, and the ending. Total chaos. Honestly, this isn't Bruce Willis's finest hour. Worst of all, there's probably a sequel coming. Should you watch it? Probably not. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one.